streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
It's time for Notes on Local Entertainment, the show highlighting the best in local talent. Hosted by Scott Tady Entertainment, editor for the Beaver County Times, and Eddy Crow.
1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, 99.3 FM, presented by St. Barnabas. One of my favorite times of the week. And last week I didn't get to do it because it was Thanksgiving. Scott Tady of the Beaver County Times joins me. Waiting a little bit. I'm expecting to hear from Nick Ziegler of the 4019s. But Scott, I missed you last Thursday. How was Thanksgiving for you?
Simple, good. Enjoyed it. I always like that holiday. It doesn't demand much from us, just to eat food, watch TV. I like that.
It's right in your wheelhouse. Me too, brother.
Exactly.
Scott Tady is my guest. Also now joining me, Big Star Records single series has a new record coming out. At the end of the show, I'm going to play the new song, but we got to talk to somebody first. From the 4019s, Nick Ziegler is on the line. Nick, are you there?
Yes, Eddie. How are you? Pleasure to talk with you.
I'm doing good. Thank you for getting up. You're in West Coast time, aren't you?
Yeah, a little early over here, but I'm ready.
But you're ready. Scott, I believe you and Nick know each other a little bit.
I've listened to all Nick's music with the 4019s. He's dragged me on stage at Woolly Bullies to sing a song once. Yeah, good times. Nick, I'm loving the new single, man. It's just like 2 minutes of high-octane garage rock and roll. Good stuff.
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it. It's like we're back on the Sunset Strip, huh? You came out last summer, man. We did a little tour of the Sunset Strip.
That's right, Eddy, dude. I went out to see the Steelers, and Nick took me on a personal tour. We went up to Laurel Canyon. He was showing me like where Zappa hangs out and where Jim Morrison did this and that. And we were all over where they filmed Die Hard. All the rock clubs, all the Motley Crue guys hung out. And he's quite a tour guide.
All right, now Nick, I got to ask you this: you grew up in Monaca, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. How long have you been out west?
I've been out here since '85.
Okay.
Yeah.
How weird was the culture translation? Because I grew up in a small town similar to Monaca, and I've been out there. That's a different planet, man. How long did it take you to sort out just the reality that you had put yourself in when you went out there?
I'm still trying to sort it out. Yeah, it was a big culture shock, that's for sure. Everything's spread out. I'm used to back home, as you know. You have things within 5 or 10 minutes. And when they say down the street out here, they mean an hour's drive.
Now, is it true that an hour's drive might only be 3 or 4 blocks?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, is that Scott, I want to ask you this while I got Nick on the phone. Over and above a career and over and above making it on the, if you can make it on the West Coast, over and above that, when you see somebody like Nick from Monaca playing in a band and they're making it, how much does that do for the people that are currently struggling in the local band scene? Are they aware of that?
I think so. It's an inspirational story, but the flip side is that Nick also hasn't forgotten about Pittsburgh, Beaver County, always giving a shout-out. He and the band fly back here, normal years, not pandemic years, but normal years, and do a couple shows. That's a lot of effort just to pack everything up and fly here. But that they remember their roots. Nick remembers his roots, and they've actually built a fan base now. There are Beaver County people who remember from Monaca, but people who didn't know from there who would know the 4019s are coming to town. They're playing Woolly Bullies. They're playing a place in Center Township. I'm going to go out and see these guys, and I think Nick's got some plans for 2021. I'm looking forward to hearing about some Beaver County shows.
Nick, let me ask you this. The guys in the band, all of you are West Coast based now, but you're all from different places. How tough a sell is that to say, hey, come back to my hometown and let's do this? Is that a tough sell, or do the other guys really enjoy that?
No, they really enjoy it. Actually, Eddie, in our prior band, our singer John Posa and I were in a band called the Leonards, and we used to come back as far back as 1989 through the 90s. So they know a lot of my family, obviously, and friends, and they just enjoy coming back. They have a blast. Actually, our guitar player Chuck, his wife is from Glenshaw, so that's pretty cool. So he's kind of a Pittsburgh guy too. So.
Well, with all of that, to get everybody back in for shows, Do you make a dime, or is it just a fun trip? I can't imagine that the overhead's that cheap.
Yeah, it's we come back more for the fun of it, to just connect with friends and fans, and it's more out of love than anything.
All right. So I mean, if you break even, that's considered a win.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotcha. When you were a little kid growing up in Monaca, did you end up where back then you thought you wanted to be? Because that's a pretty big trip. You've got a television job. You're a sound tech, right?
Yeah. Well, I do set lighting.
Or no, you're a lighting. You're okay. So
yeah.
I mean, somebody growing up, your occupation would involve places like Neela Park and these amazing lighting things. Growing up in Monaca, how did you end up where you got?
I was in the service, and I was discharged in California, and I just decided to stay out there. Prior to the service, though, I came out once or twice to visit, and then I just decided as a musician this was where I needed to be at the time. There was a lot going on musically, and I took what I learned from Pittsburgh and all the music and the influences and brought it out here, and I went in, started swinging at fastballs, as they say.
What did you learn growing up in Western PA that has served you the best going out there?
I always learned from the old guys. I always hung out with the World War II guys. I loved sitting and having coffee with my father and his buddies and listening to them tell me stuff. And they always said, you just keep moving forward. And I always remembered that, and their hard work and everybody's hard work from the area. And they said, as long as you're moving forward, you're making progress. So I always thought that and took that with me and brought the values that I remember everybody having of hard work and just putting my nose to the grindstone, as they say, and just getting to it. And I met a lot of great people out here and in the music and film business, and enough so that they love coming back to Pennsylvania to play and to meet and see old friends. They all have friends. They love coming back to see Scott, and they love coming back. They came to BVP. We were there last summer, I believe, and it's just wonderful. I can't say enough. If sticks with you, you don't lose that.
If memory serves, the front photo, there is a photo of the front of the radio station that's on an album cover. What is that? Yeah,
that's we worked with a gentleman from the Standells. You remember him, Tony Valentino.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a song called Late Night Radio. So I asked Frank and the fellas at the station. I saw that picture, and I said, well, that would be a cool way to cross-promote BVP and the station. And the album is out nationally, so I made sure that we prefaced you could see WBVP and the Times online. So, it's just a little homage we did for you guys and all the just a hometown thing. And Tony Valentino listens to the show. Actually, he's listening today, so he knows about WBVP.
Wait.
Wednesday, Tony's going to come back, and we're going to bring him in the station. You talk to him about the Standells.
So somebody from the Standells is listening to me right now?
Yeah, Tony Valentino. Yep. He wrote the guitar riff.
Yeah. Nick, I don't care what happens the rest of the day. I'm going home with a smile on my face. I'm going to be singing dirty. I'm going to be singing Dirty Water for the next month.
There we go.
Hey, Eddie, you know who else is a big fan of Nick and the band? Drew Carey.
I want to tell you the story about the time I tried to make Drew mad and I couldn't do it, Nick. Does that sound about par for the course with him?
Yeah.
He was visiting, and first off, you hear this all the time. Oh, he's a regular guy. Drew Carey is a regular guy. He is a guy from Cleveland, one of my all-time favorite interviews ever. He comes in, and I want to get an autograph. The only thing I have, I've got a Pittsburgh Pirates logo baseball, and I give it to him. And seriously, Nick, this is after 20 minutes after talking about the Cleveland Indians and Cleveland and Moon over Parma, all that stuff. me like a jerk. I hand him a baseball, and he spins it over, and he sees the Pirates logo on. I see what you did there. And he signed it, Go Tribe, Drew Carey. And that made me love him even more.
Oh, that's awesome.
I want to ask you, what's it like being friends with somebody that can literally do what he wants anytime he wants in the situation? Because Drew Carey is straight up industry at this point with the game shows and Whose Line Is It Anyway in the old Drew Carey show. That guy's got clout. What's it like hanging out with that?
Yeah, he's like you said, he's a fun guy. He came to the show. He came to see us several years back, and we all hung out afterwards and just talking music. You know, he's like you said, this is a regular guy. He wanted to chat music, and we talked about Cleveland and Pittsburgh, and we remained friends since. And I every so often we chat here and there. So. Yeah, like you said, he's a great guy.
Wow.
And a matter of fact, I did this little interview series, and we were talking about polkas and the importance of polkas in Pittsburgh and in Cleveland and that whole. So that just tells you he's that kind of guy.
Now I remember on his show, part of the plot was he was in a band called the Horn Dogs. And the guitar player in the show was Joe Walsh. Has he ever told you any Joe Walsh stories?
He mentioned that he hangs out with Joe. He didn't get too detailed and stuff, but yeah, he's that whole Cleveland connection there. Those guys, I know they do. There's I've seen some little Facebook Zoom things between those guys, and so they definitely remain friendly. So that's cool.
All right. How difficult is it for you to get back up to speed with your music? Nick Ziegler is my guest. Scott Tady is my guest. It's News and Notes on Beaver County. How difficult has it been because of COVID? You just mentioned Zoom meetings, and you already got a band where these guys, they all live in the same area now, but they might want to go home and do a show like when you come home here. How much more difficult has COVID made the creative process?
It's made it some people are very geared towards working digitally, meaning like they use the software systems that they can record and send stuff. And us, we're kind of still analog guys, but we do know about the digital world, obviously. So it takes us a little bit longer, say, than some other people. But we connect on Zoom and we send music back and forth to one another. And our process might be a little longer than some people that are more adept to recording digitally. But we get it done. But as you said, and to anyone, it's difficult. There's no question.
Are you glad you're being forced to learn some of the new technology, or is it just it's the curse of the current time?
No, I think it's great. It's causing us to really to gear up, get up to speed. As a matter of fact, I have a digital drum kit now that I bought so I could voice things, record things, and send stuff out so we can make quicker progress. So we're definitely adapting. We're like in that spot between full digital and analog. We're in that zone somewhere. So it's fun.
As a drummer, is a digital drum set now acceptable? I remember when that would be heresy for the old timey guys.
Yeah, what we do is I use it to lay down a pad, and then once we have everything done, then I'll go in and record if it's safe and all that stuff. We have a place we will record. So that's how we do it. It's mainly like it's a diagram, I guess is what you call it.
I got you.
Hey, Nick, I know you're also a fan of good old-fashioned vinyl. Any chance you'll be supplying some vinyl to that new record store opening in your hometown in Monaca?
Oh, yeah, we have an area like this, and we have some vinyl. I'll send you guys some too at the store, at the station.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, the new record shop that's coming, you're going to be talking all about it soon. I'm going to be sending them some stuff, and I always got to support the hometown, especially a record store coming to town. Everybody's got to be excited that's happening.
All right, Nick, I'm going to close this half hour here in a couple minutes. I'm going to close it with the new single. Do you want to talk about the new single? I love it because it's 2 minutes long. That tells me it got to the point quick.
Yeah, we always joke, Eddie. We always used to say on stage, our songs are so short. We love keeping them short, but we always say, if you don't like this one, then we just wait another 2 minutes. We got another one you don't like. But this one's Go Little GTO, which is an homage to the 60s and the Sunset Strip and all the motorheads growing up in Pennsylvania, all the cars, the classic cars, going to Hanks. Like I said, that stuff stays with you for a lifetime.
All right. Now, Scott, help me out. You do this for a living. I don't. Is there anything that I should have asked Nick that I didn't bring up that needs to get out there?
No, you're outstanding. I guess just looking ahead at 2021, Nick, any hopes you'll be able to do some Beaver County shows?
Yeah, we're going to be coming back in March. If everything goes well, and like we always say, the air raid siren sounds clear, we're going to be at Beaver Station in March. They're wonderful there. They're beautiful people. We love them, and we hope it all works out. And then we're going to be at the help me out, Scott, the Economy Barn.
Old Economy Barn out in the Economy Borough. They've been having these barn bashes.
The old Economy Barn. It's the park in Baden, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Economy Borough. Yep. Yeah.
And that's in July. I don't have the date in front of me, but we'll be promoting that as soon as.
Nice. Well, people are looking forward to some live music again, so you're going to have a good turnout, and sounds like it's going to be a special night.
Like Scott said, Eddie, we were talking a while back that 2020, when 21 hits, it's going to be like the roaring 20s once everything gets back to normal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be like that last day of school. The school bell rings, and everybody just goes, wow, running. While I got you real quick, Nick, let's reverse the roles. Is there anything you would like to ask investigative reporter Scott Tady? All the questions he's asked you over the years, you got something for him to throw him back?
Well, I can't wait for his article on the record store that's coming to town, and I want to build the anticipation for the readers and the listeners for your show. And I'm just excited that Scott's doing the great work that he does for the bands, and for you, Eddie, for having me on board, chatting and getting the word out. It's an honor to chat with you. It's very cool. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Gentlemen, both of you, thank you very much. And Nick, seriously, next time you talk to Drew, say that idiot that had him sign a Pirates baseball apologizes, and I still have the ball.
I will. I'll tell him.
All right, man. Nick, I'm going to close it out with the new song. Is that okay with you guys?
Do it.
All right.
Turn it up.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to rock. You think these speakers crack now, man. Oh, my goodness. Nick, thank you. Nick Ziegler has been my guest. Scott Tady has been my guest. Nick Ziegler of the 4019s. The song is Go Little GTO. Absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in to Notes on Local Entertainment with Scott Tady, entertainment editor for the Beaver County Times, and Eddie Crow. Tune in again next Thursday at 11:30 for all of the updated music information in Beaver County.